Okay, we're back for another day of Lincoln Penny Hunt, Bank Hunt. We have two rolls of Lincoln pennies. Could be ready. We're gonna find out. Okay, let's get these out. I got a couple of more rolls to do, and I always do a little quick inspection, looking for half dimes, large cents and Morgan dollars, Mercury dimes, all that stuff. Actually, I've actually found Indian pennies in these hunts, so you never know. And a couple of wheats here and there. But we're gonna do the first 100 search for today, September 2nd, 2025. Let's scoot on down to microscope view. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything's centered nicely. Get over here. We'll focus in a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, right there. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Let's get the show on the road. First penny up in 1982. And throw it on a scale. And that's copper, 3.1. Let's say this is a nice red tone here in this one. Ooh, 2015. Odd. Well, not odd. It's more of a orangey tone. It's different. But give it back to the bank though. Oh, look what I see right here. I see a wheat penny. Let's see, 93. Nothing going on. I'll go right for the wheat penny. 41. A typical shape for that vintage. Nothing going on the back. I'm going to put this aside over here so we can do the review at the end. Instead of putting it right away into my wheat penny stash, I'll do a final review at the end. 81. Philly. No issues. Off to copper. 84. You know what? We always check these 80 vintage pennies for possibility it's copper. I seriously doubt I'll find one ever, but yeah, you gotta check. That's how errors happen. 72 with glue. Shame you get a better look at this one, but I don't see any doubling on that lettering or numbering. Off to copper. 21. Nothing going on. Let's see this one up here. 66. No issues. Off the copper. got here? 2006. A ratty coin. Alright. 2016. Another ratty coin. 94. There's a vertical woody going on, but nothing too severe. 403. So it's a striated woody. Just want to check my software, make sure the audio's good and it looks good. So back to it. Always do that in the event, the audio changes, whatever. 84. Well, you can see this one's clearly zinc, just the toning, but we'll throw it on the scale. 2.5. Oh, look at here, another wheat penny. 44. That's a typical condition for that vintage. I'll put it over here. Oh. 23. Nothing there. 2018. At least I got 2 wheat pennies already. I'm feeling good. After yesterday, I went to 500 or better. Maybe, I think I got 2 out of 500. It was a bad day. Maybe 3. 22. That's how, these bank rolls, not rolled at the bank, but rolled up for the bank. That's how they are. Sometimes you get a nice string of good coins, and more often you don't. 23. No extra V. Let's see, we got 1990. Looks like a crack going off the top left of the building through the I in United. It's could be a scratch, but it's a typical area for these cracks. It's not dramatic enough for me, so we're gonna do a hard pass here. Look for any doubling. We're good to go. Back to the bank. 82D, large date. And let's just check. And that is copper. This is a heartbreaker coin. Folks think they have the small date, the infamous small date, but actually it's a large date. The way you tell is a 2. It's really close to the edge here. As well, it's more of a straight, I guess the shank of the 2. The small date has more of a swan neck, and then the top of the 8 is a smaller area, and the lettering is a little different too, but that's how you tell. And 3.1 grams. It is copper, but if this was an 82D small date, you'd be singing a different song right now. It does look like we have a little bit of doubling on the date. Nothing really to get excited over. It's got a nice hard strike on this coin. So honestly, there are people who actually collect these 82 Denvers of copper, just because it's the the large cent variety of the iconic 82D small date. And I don't collect them, but there are people that are collecting them. This one's actually in nice shape. It's worn, but it's still. I'm gonna throw it in my copper pile when I sell bulk. I'll let someone else find it. I might even be able to get 5 cents for it on eBay. That's not even funny. But yeah, I'll let someone else enjoy it. 2019, nothing there. Let's see. 1990. It's clean coin, but nothing going on. Typical spotting. And 82, another 82 large date is from Philly. Let's check the weight, and that is copper. 99. See that wide AM? Nope, it's not the wide AM. I don't think I ever got a 99. 98's 79. A little off center. Nothing going on. 94. Nothing going on. 22. You want to look for on the 22. That showing up a lot of these with die clash, and you see it showing up in the cheek area. It's the shields coming through the other side, and something you got to pay attention to, because they're getting very collectible, or not getting, they are. For some reason the 22s had that issue. Not that one. So make sure you check the field. 99, like the reflection of the background field. So here we're looking for a wide AM as well. It's not. It's a close AM. Moving on. 83. And here, this is the first year for zinc. Well, actually, the second year. 82 had zinc as well. But if it's 83 copper, that's the coin you're looking for. Looks like a die break on the top left. A lot of fingerprints. Go ahead and throw it on scale. 2.6. That's zinc. 2014. Nope. Another 2014. Don't see anything going on. 1999 Denver. Let's see, we got it's close AM. There's a poor man's doubling going on the bottom. Like a cladding. It's like a chatter. That's what I call it. It's like it's almost like a wave in the water. It gets with the hard strike. The cladding gets a little distorted, causing that poor man's doubling. You can see it in the C and the E on the bottom, but they really have no value. especially in this vintage. Unless it's really dramatic, but honestly, I don't. It's not. It's not a true double. You know, like a double die. Another 22. Nothing. 2013. A striated Woody. But nothing there. 01. Nothing there. 22. And no clash. 19. Stop looking too hard at coins again. 22. Oh, 05. Nothing there. 23. No V. 98. And no wide AM. 01. This looks like it could be PMD or staining. I'm not gonna see anything really convincing here. You start making up things. 2018. Nothing there. 2014. Very ratty. Another ratty 07. Come on. Yeah, mix them up again. That really does not work. There's a 93 with, yeah, that cladding jump, the chatter. You see it on the bottom of the bust. You see it in the D. See it in the 3. See it in the 9. It's a poor man's doubling. This one isn't even extreme. Back to the bank. 18. Back to the bank. 1980. Little off center. Worn die. The copper. Into copper. 06. Nope. 22. No clash. 23. Nothing there. Let's see, we got this red here. 67. Actually brown. Oh, off the copper. 91. Nothing going on. We got a crack in the top. And nothing. See you later. 23. Nothing there. 21. Nothing there. And a nice shiny one here. 23. Well, this looks like a crack doing it with the scent, but it could be a mild crack. I'm just gonna pass on that. I've gotten to the point where if it's not showing daylight, it's not a crack. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's if you look hard enough, you're gonna find something with not every coin, but a lot. 1980, 89, and they start, accumulating too much. So let it go. There's a parking lot. Why am I even looking at that? 14. Parking lot coin. 91. Oh, I got a shiny coin right there. 24. Nothing going on. Let me see a better quality, like mint state luster and all that. When you're looking through coins, just give it a little bit better look over, because if it does have an issue, being it's of a higher, mint state, it'll fetch a little bit more as far as returns. So if it even has a somewhat of a mild oddity, might fetch a few bucks. It depends on what the oddity is, or the rarity of it. 82 large date. Let's check the copper, and it's copper. 2000. That could be a dot crack on the right, well, on the left of the coin, but I don't pay too much mind to that. It's not a wide AM, so going back. 16. Nothing there. 22. Nothing there. 18. Nothing there. 13. Nothing there. 17 Philly. There's nothing going on here. 01. And close AM. Look for a 01 wide, but I if it could happen. Happened in 2000. You never know. You put a 01 wide AM out there, you might gain a little respect. I doubt you'll ever find one, but that's how these things are found. It's a 00, close AM. Nothing really going on. 18. Come on now. Hey, 2 weak pennies and that's it. 23. Nope. 88. Nothing there. 2018. Nothing there. 2020. Nothing there. 15. Scratched up. 22. Nothing there. 21 Denver. Nothing there. 69 Denver. Let's see if we got a floater. Even in this condition, I wouldn't even try to pass this off as a floater. You could see the verticals on the roof, and probably look hard enough, you'd see the initials too. I'm gonna write the copper. 1880 Denver. Copper. 88. Why am I looking at that twice? Let me just throw it on the scale. 2.6. It takes 1 second to throw it on the scale. But that, anything in the 80s, I always, something just doesn't look right. I put it on the scale. It turns out it's a copper. Say at 88, copper. I mean, that would be some coin to have. And I wouldn't say it couldn't happen. Something gets mixed in somehow. That's how these things do happen. So anytime you get something just doesn't look right, or you have to double back and say, what am I not seeing here? Well, give it a good look over and make sure that nothing is going on. And that includes checking zinc vintage pennies for copper. You never know. And it'd be a shame to throw one, something like that, put it in the giveaway pile or whatever. That would be horrible. Well, for somebody else it wouldn't be. 2000, close AM. No good. We got 15. No. Nothing going on. 24. Nothing going on. 2000 Denver. It's a close AM. It's not what we're looking for. 22. Nope. 94. Nothing going on. 96. Nothing there. 91. There's a little off stripe. Nothing severe. Fingerprint's more severe. Excuse me. Yeah. There's a big old fingerprint. It's nothing substantially unusual. I mean, you know, it is. It's off centered, and I mean, you can see the whole coin is stamped well off to the right. I mean, it's interesting, you know, for somebody. I may just throw this in the copper pile, you know, for the collectors that buy them. So I did that. Is it worth 5 cents? I don't even know. I can't, you know, let somebody else reevaluate it. $2018, and you know, this has got, I've seen this before on a lot of coins. Not a lot, but I've seen this marking here, right below the O. Looks like a squiggly line. I think that's from the actual, when they cut the rims and shavings from the, you know, the stamping, you know, ends up looking like that. I've had that a few times. I can't say for sure that's what it is, but I've seen it before. And you know, unless there's, you know, a date attached to it or definitive, you know, that's what it is. But it doesn't look like a gouge. It looks like it's on top of the coin. But I'm just gonna let it go. So, you know, making claims that are not true. Whatever. Just my guess. I've seen them on other coins. Alright, so roundup time. Got a 44. Wheat. Typical vintage damage for that coin. And a 41. And the two wheats out of this hunt, it's not terrible, but you know, that's what coin hunting is. That's the bankroll hunt, you know, the highs, lows, and indifference. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna probably do a couple more, so we're gonna call this one 9225 hunt number 1. And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. You know, even hit the subscribe. You know, the coin looks like this coin, you know, down here. And you'll be sure if I find something nice, you'll be first to know, because you're subscribed. Take care.